Welcome to the Noka News Network. I'm Ricky Rich, and I'm here with Dan Colley.
I'm in the mood for love simply because Ricky's naked.
That's not true. I'm fully clothed, fully vaxxed.
Waxed and ready to rock?
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, well, that's good. No, I was lying anyway. I'm not in the mood for love, just for lust.
Well, that may be worse.
Yeah, probably.
Not sure.
Yeah.
That means I don't even get a nice dinner first.
No, it'll just be aggressive and you feel real bad afterwards.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Confused and wonder why there's 27 cents on the dash next to you.
In the dash, wow. I don't even want to get into how sad that all is.
No, we're going meatloaf style.
It's not my idea of paradise by the dashboard light or otherwise.
Tell me you love me.
All right, Dan. So today it happens to be National Liqueur Day, not Liquor Day.
What's the difference?
Well, a liqueur is something like schnapps or Cointreau or triple sec or something like that.
Like Blue Carousel?
Yeah, that's one. Sure.
Like Mad Dog 2020?
Well, not exactly.
How about Boone's Farm?
Nope.
Oh, I don't know then. I don't drink that shit then.
Yeah, well, I don't either, really, unless somebody makes a big old pitcher of Lynchburg lemonade or something like that. But
a big old pitcher of failure.
Yeah, right. But I did stumble across. I did stumble across some outdated words that have to do with being drunk.
Oh, okay.
Well. And I thought maybe we would kick things off in this big 33rd episode. It's the 33rd degree episode of the show. It's the highest level of Noka News secret society you can get to.
The old double tray.
Yeah.
We're a level 33 Noka.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I thought we'd start off this way, talking about words having to do with being drunk.
All right, go ahead. Do it.
The first word on the list, there's a bunch of words on the list, most of them we won't get to, but the first one I thought was talking about our show, which the word is crapulous.
Crapulous.
I'm pretty sure I've heard someone say that about the show.
Yeah, people said our show is craptastic, so I assumed crapulous and...
Yeah, probably. I guess,
craptacular.
But what it actually means is sick from excessive indulgence in liquor.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
We've done some of these shows in a relatively crapulous state in the past. Next word we come across is Katzenjammer.
Yeah, see, I like that one.
Yeah, it sounds German.
There was an old Katzenjammer Kids. You remember that?
No, with the drunk children? Is that what
no, it was an old radio show that my grandfather
would listen to. The Katzenjammer Kids.
Yeah, he would listen to it on cassette. You know, you go to Cracker Barrel and get them cassettes of old radio shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to listen to that on his radio,
well.
which I have in my bedroom now.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Definition of Katzenjammer: the nausea, headache, and debility that often follows dissipation or drunkenness. So a hangover, I guess.
Yeah, hangover.
Really what it is.
Yeah, so I'll be Katzenjammer tomorrow.
Try not to get too Katzenjammered. We've got to solve the big case tomorrow.
No way, man.
Private detective, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing.
We're gumshoes now?
No.
Can we be gumshoes?
No, I don't think we can.
Okay.
That terminology has always confused me. I know what it means, but I don't understand where it came from.
We can go to the haberdashery and get us outfits to be gumshoes. It's a dark and stormy night.
Let's see. Jack roller. Mm-hmm. That's somebody who robs someone who is drunk. Mm-hmm. So I call that person a fucking asshole, is what I say.
Yeah, I thought Jack Roller was something different that I bought online this one time. I'll have to check that out.
Speaking of your online activities, nippatatty is another word.
Yeah. I've engaged in Nippatati before. Yeah,
Have you? Nippatati is a particularly good and strong liquor.
told you. Yes, I am.
And then finally, the word must. I'm not pronouncing must like Mike Tyson or anything. The word is must.
Must.
Let's see. A periodic state of murderous frenzy of the bull elephant, usually connected with the rutting season, as marked by exudation of a dark brown odorous ichor from tiny holes above the eyes. What the fuck does that have to do with being drunk?
I don't know. It was on the list, and I thought that whoever had written that list was drunk when they wrote that, because that last one has nothing to do with it. I thought that'd be a nice surprise for you.
Well, it was. The story on this is that we whittled this list down to a few things that Dan thought was interesting, and I did not look at it beforehand, and that's the result. Whatever. It's not any worse than any of the rest of this is going to be. So
Surprise.
yeah, that's I don't know how that made that on the list.
Well, Ricky, this is a very disheartening story, especially to all the white girls out there.
Uh-oh.
The U.S. can be facing a pumpkin shortage because of several issues, including weather conditions, shipping issues, and a fungus in some areas.
Well, that sounds like a medical issue.
Yes, it does. Pumpkin prices also appear to be increasing compared to last year because, well, fucking everyone is just raising prices and just looks at you and just goes, well, pandemic.
Yeah, everything's more expensive than it was last year.
Of course. According to the USDA, Illinois harvests the most pumpkins in the U.S., though pumpkins are grown all across the country. Last year, the top 6 pumpkin-producing states, Illinois, California, Indiana, Michigan, Texas, and Virginia, harvested more than 1 billion pumpkins combined, the USDA reported. However, pumpkins are grown across the U.S., and not just in those 6 states. No shit, I just said that.
So Ohio borders 2 of those states, and yet we're not up there. Ohio, we've said fuck pumpkins.
Yeah.
We're going to grow other stuff.
That's right.
Like a shitload of corn.
A shitload of corn and meth. University of Illinois crop science, Dr. Mohammed Babadoost told the state. I just love that. I wanted to say the name Babadoost. It's a good name.
It is a good name. Powerful name.
That's a virile name. Mm-hmm. We have to be very careful and work very hard to make sure that this disease does not grow out of control, because that's the pumpkin killing fungus. Anyway, a lot of white girls will be really upset if we're out of pumpkin. However, I believe pumpkin spice lattes are fake pumpkin flavored anyway.
Yeah, there's no real pumpkin involved.
And if I say that one more time, I think one shows up wearing Uggs and a vest like the Candyman in the mirror.
Yeah, sure.
I think so.
Here's the thing.
It's like Beetlejuice almost.
First of all,
yeah,
the pumpkin that people eat or like make pies out of,
it's not pumpkin.
It's a gourd.
Yes,
the Dickinson gourd. It looks entirely different than a pumpkin. The ones you buy from the store for jack-o'-lanterns and stuff, they would not taste good if you try to eat them.
No, I have.
So this is just first of all, I've seen hundreds and hundreds of decorative pumpkins already. So
have you seen hundreds of Dickinson gourds?
No, I haven't. I haven't. Dan.
Yeah.
But
just hope you keep your Dickinson gourd over there in them skull shorts you're wearing there, pal.
Yeah. Don't worry, I will. Here's what I'm saying though, Dan.
Yeah.
Is that this is not a problem. the lack of pumpkins for people. First of all, I don't think there is a lack of them. I see them everywhere.
Yeah.
Second of all, if there was, it would just mean that there are fewer pumpkins to carve up and throw away. It doesn't really
fewer pumpkins for shithead little dipshit kids to throw against the house and have to clean up and stuff. So it's not that big of a deal. Everyone, you can still get your PSLs. You can still get your pies and so on and so forth. Don't shit down your leg.
Yeah, don't firebomb Starbucks or anything. It'll be fine. They'll have them. Everything will be fine. Let's see. Let's move on here. A woman from Houston, Texas, has been sentenced to 51 months in prison after she used fraudulent checks to purchase approximately $50,000 worth of postage stamps.
Holy shit.
According to the U.S. Middle District Court of Pennsylvania, Shannon Gray was charged with bank fraud and aggravated identity theft.
Well, if someone identity thefted me, it wouldn't be very aggravating for me. For them, probably so.
Yeah.
But for me, they can go to work for me if they want to, pay my bills. It's fine.
Oh, how do you like that horrible credit score, asshole?
Yeah. Take that, dickhead. Ha ha.
The 41-year-old admitted that in September 2019, she had purchased the stamps from post offices in Pennsylvania, Kentucky, and West Virginia.
Now you owe AT&T money. Ha ha.
Using personal checks that were not hers.
Which, by the way, I refuse to pay.
What are you even talking about?
The credit score thing you were talking about, I was still on that kick.
Oh, okay.
I'm still just pissed off at AT&T. I'm not paying them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. They got enough money.
I thought so.
Fuck them. That's what I say.
That's what I told them on the phone.
They should just accept that and move on.
I thought it was very clear. How do you want to pay the bill? Fuck you. Just go ahead and write that in the notes. Because it's not going. The attitude's not going to change.
No.
So just stop calling. Quit wasting your time.
As far as I'm concerned, problem solved.
The conversation is over, AT&T.
Yeah. Anyway, this lady, she was arrested in Mountville, Pennsylvania, after she attempted to purchase an additional $935 in stamps using another fraudulent check.
Who uses checks anymore?
Well, nobody. But then
That was their first clue.
until this lady went out and stole them, and then couldn't buy anything else. You can't even buy a pizza or anything with them anymore.
Did she think this was 1993? She's going to buy stamps with checks.
She's landed on stamps. Well, the genius of the plan, Dan, is that the stamps are good forever.
Oh, that's true.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, got that on her side.
Yeah, I guess there's a big black market for stamps, but just modern day usable stamps.
Nobody mails anything anymore either.
I know. What the hell? This was this chick's fucking clueless.
The most ass backward criminal enterprise.
Real waste of time.
Anyway, she has been ordered to pay back $48,610.91.
Well, how in the hell is she going to do that? Because obviously she didn't have any money.
No, right.
Because she was using bad checks.
Right. The case was investigated by...
She sold those stamps to make money?
Who would buy black market stamps?
Hey, got stamps.
Or are they like really cool stamps or something?
They probably got cats on them or
She bought a bunch of those...
Star Trek or...
Star Wars Android stamps. I saw those.
fucking fruit.
The stamps that we put on our little thank you letters that we send out are Tyrannosaurus Rex stamps, which I think are awesome.
I have noticed we have quite a few of those stamps still.
Yeah,
haven't
we do.
we? No way.
We do. Not a lot of people to think.
Yeah, well. We'd like to think more of you, but I mean, you
gotta buy something. The case was investigated by the United States Postal Inspection Service at the West Hempfield Township Police Department.
I like that's a good tease. If you want to see what those stamps look like, you better buy some merch.
You could go to the U.S. Postal Service website and look
Shut
at
up,
them
Ricky.
too. But
don't tell them.
Oh shit!
Now you done fucked up.
All right,
Ricky.
Really looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Well, Ricky, a German inventor. He has.
First of all, I know what's coming in. Of course, it was a German. That's all I have to say about it.
Yeah, that's good. A German inventor's unique ultrasound testicle bath birth control device for men took the top prize at the country's James Dyson Awards.
Oh, so like the guy that invented the vacuum cleaner is now handing out awards?
I don't know, maybe.
To people that...
I don't know if it's the same guy or not.
Invent something to put your nards into?
Yep, looks that way.
All right. Well, proceed.
Rebecca Weiss, an industrial design graduate from the University of Munich and inventor of the COSO male birth control device, was named Germany's winner of the James Dyson Award, which celebrates, encourages, and inspires the designers of new problem-solving ideas.
Hey, wasn't that Dyson vacuum the first one that had a ball that it pivoted on?
Yeah.
Is there a connection there?
A lot to do with balls and sucking. So the COSO uses an ultrasound testicle bath to temporarily stop sperm mobility. The device,
Are you
what?
suffering from sperm immobility?
Y'all just kick me in the sack. I bet they stop moving around then.
You can get yourself a rascal scooter for all your sperm if they're suffering from sperm immobility.
They're getting little sperm walkers. The device only needs to be used every few months to keep the sperm inert and prevent eggs from being fertilized during sexual intercourse. What kind of bullshit do you want me to drop my sack into that kills my sperm for a few months?
It doesn't kill it. It just makes it...
it just knocks them out?
Yeah.
It's like sperm chlorophyll.
Not chlorophyll.
Chloroform. You want to debilitate my sperms?
I just buy some nice weed for my sperm. That way, they're unmotivated.
So if you want your sperm to be lazy, you can. Okay. Anyway, she says the inspiration for the device came after she was diagnosed with precursor cervical cancer.
Oh, way to bring down the mood, Dan.
Yeah.
Left that part out.
Yeah. Well, so she couldn't take oral contraceptive pills, I guess.
Okay. Well.
So she says, when my partner and I were looking for an alternative method, we became aware of the lack of male contraceptives.
That was what made you aware of it?
What?
Is the best we've come up with is strap a piece of rubber over it and go to town.
No, I don't like the rubber. And she was like, well, you better get the rubber. And he was like, no, I don't want this. I don't want to wrap in my cock in the rubber. And she wanted
You're
to.
an idiot.
I would think that Germans would be into that because it could be like a little gimp mask she put around the dick and
do lots of things.
They're into those things. Anyway, Ricky, she makes this this testicle bath. You drop your nuts in, and it I guess breaks the leg of your sperms, so you can't walk around anymore. She won $45,000.
Well, good for her. What is this thing called?
It's called the COSO, COSO.
Okay, I was thinking it maybe a nice name for it would be like the Scrote Spa or something like that.
Yeah, maybe the taint tub. I don't know. You can drop it in there.
Let's see, I don't know. Something like the Jewel Pool. You know,
possibly the beanbag basin.
Hang on. I gotta dip into the dink sink so that my sperm don't.
Yeah, nothing more romantic before getting it on to drop them into the old yam bag bucket.
Yeah, I got to break out the sack soak so that you don't get pregnant.
Hey, baby, I know that you're really into it. We had a great dinner, and you're looking so good. Let me just go over here real quick and use the old jizz maker jacuzzi to knock the boys down a fucking peg for a couple here. Hold on.
Oh well.
dip.
Was this thing gasoline operated?
Man, it didn't say.
It's got a two-stroke engine. Much to her chagrin, it's got a two-stroke engine.
Yeah, well, that's all I got too.
Well, speaking of dicks.
This is more about the balls.
Yeah, well,
the dick is just a sperm delivery system.
That was the potatoes, and now on to the meat. A ring worn around the penis could help men figure out what's causing their erectile dysfunction and could even signal a deadly disease.
Dun, dun, dun. Like Dixonosis?
I don't know. It's the first ever modern wearable erection tracker.
A dick bit?
Yeah. I guess if you...
Let you know how many steps you got in? How many strokes you got in?
If your erection gets out of the fenced-in backyard or something, you can track it down.
GPS for my dong?
Yeah. Erections or lack of them can indicate a number of physical and mental health problems. More often than not, men who suffer with erectile dysfunction struggle to work out why, further causing emotional or relationship stress.
Maybe I won't get an erection if I have a fucking ankle bracelet on my dick. Yeah. Now my dick gonna look like it's got a I don't know, past bad checks.
It's got
to stay in the house.
Yeah, it needs to meet with its probation officer.
I know, right?
While it's easy to assume erections are a signal of libido or bedroom performance, they in fact reveal a lot more about men's health, especially as they get older. The Atom sensor made by Atom Health is attached to the base of the penis with a band and worn overnight.
Nope.
It is comfortable to wear under pajamas.
I doubt that.
Yeah, I do too. And is almost unnoticeable. The creators. Somehow I don't believe any of this.
Yeah. Hey, honey, you want to get it on? No, never mind. Your dick looks like a fucking radio tower at night, flashing and beeping down there. Yeah. I don't know if I should blow you or land it.
It's like I'm trying to bang the robot from Short Circuit, and I'm not into it.
Give me that Johnny Five dick.
Right. It counts how many erections a man has during his sleep. I've always needed to know that.
I know. Like, I feel real rested. That was a 3-boner kind of night.
You know, what I do, I just hire an umpire with one of those little clicker things. That's how I take care of that. Probably.
You wake up, you go, hey, how'd I do, Blue? 3 boners, Ricky. Sounds good.
3 boners and 2 balls. Nighttime erections.
I see what you did there.
Nighttime erections indicate the erection mechanism is in check. Even if
excuse me, ma'am, my erection mechanism is in check. Would you like to fornicate with me?
Yeah, so anyway, healthy men average 3 to 5 erections per night, lasting up to 3 hours in total. So,
oh my God, thank God I'm asleep. What would I do with an hour-long boner, I wonder?
Yeah, I know what you wouldn't do with it.
That's right. Bang.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad we got that covered. What's coming up in the second segment of the show, Dan?
Well, Ricky, we're going to be talking about some profanity plates. We're going to be talking about a Durian and an Unwoke Wizard.
No Good News Network, the news no one cares about.
Local News Network.
Hey, Dan, you know what I love?
Yeah. You love long walks on the beach and slow meandering streams.
You know what else I love?
Popcorn?
Yeah, delicious flavored popcorn.
It's because we're doing a popcorn commercial.
From Grandma Bev's good-ass popcorn, as to be more specific.
Yeah, every other popcorn sucks.
Grandma Bev's has a delicious variety of flavors to choose from.
Like Pop's Secret, they're owned by Nazis.
Yep. I'm not gonna refute that. They've got cinnamon roll popcorn.
Ricky, I once heard Orville Redenbacher killed a man.
They've got your kettle corn, your caramel, your
You know, the people who run Jiffy Pop are a bunch of racists.
white cheddar ghost pepper.
Yep.
Cheddar jalapeno.
I really think that all other popcorn brands are members of the Illuminati and control the government.
Whatever. They've got the movie theater butter. They've got...
Is it the mad scientist professors over at Grandma Bev's Good-Ass Popcorn always concocting new flavors?
They're working on stuff, Dan. Get off their backs.
How about maybe something like a Fruity Pebble flavor?
They're trying some shit. I don't know. We'll see.
Popcorn Pop Rocks in it?
Everything they make is delicious.
It is delicious. So it doesn't matter what they come up with. It's going to be good ass.
Yeah, go to grandmabevs.shop and, go on and get you some. Yeah, we got t-shirts. We got others too. And we got coffee mug. And fanny bags for you. And they're all from No God Knows. NoCadoos.store. Gotta go to NoCadoos.store. NoCadoos.store. Apparel's collectibles and more. NoCadoos.store. Gotta go to NoCadoos.store. NoCadoos.store. You think singing like Hootie is gonna help sell some shit, or?
At least it wasn't that wagon wheel song.
Right, yeah. Welcome back. It's the NOCA News Network, the news no one cares about. big 33rd episode of the show. I'm Ricky French. I'm here with Dan Colley.
I think I improved on that boner tracker idea.
Oh, yeah? I'm sure this is going to be a gem of innovation.
Well, I'm just thinking, so it's supposed to measure how many times you get an erection through the evening, right?
Yeah. Overnight, yeah.
Right. So I hate, like if you're at work or you're at school or you're at the library or the store or whatever, and you get horned up and you get a bone, and there's no one there to do anything with it, right? So it's like a wasted hard-on.
Especially when you're like 14 and you got to find a math book or something.
Something like that, right? So I think instead of wasting your boner, you should be able to use your boner. So, but if you don't know you got wood, how are you supposed to use it? So therefore, instead of it just tracking this, I think I'm going to add a dong gong so that whenever it gets hard, it alerts you, and you can wake up, roll over a couple good times, and then roll back over.
Send you push notifications to your mobile devices.
Yeah, tell you to push. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, you're an idiot still. I think we've figured that out.
I think I'm an idiot. Wait to hear this story. Christchurch, New Zealand is parting ways with its official city wizard after more than 2 decades.
Oh, okay, well.
Ricky, why do you think after 2 decades of wizarding that they're going to get rid of this guy?
I don't even know. First of all, I didn't know that anywhere had an official wizard other than King Arthur's court.
Well, New Zealand is also where Mount Doom is and the Hobbits and everything. Hobbiton and everything. So it makes sense. But, well, Ricky, it wasn't because one of his spells went awry. It's because he had some offensive remarks about women and the local government on a new tourism strategy.
Okay. So he's not woke. This wizard is not woke.
No, he sounds like an asshole. Ian Brackenbury Chanel is known as the Wizard of New Zealand. Apparently, even an official document like his passport says that as well.
Wait a minute. You can just put whatever the fuck you want on your passport?
Well, I mean, if it's a government job, I guess.
Yeah, I need to look into that. I like a passport that says something more impressive than just, here's this guy.
I'm ordained, so, I mean, I'm a pastor.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
I agree. He's been on the Christchurch City's Council's payroll since 1998, receiving an annual salary of $16,000 New Zealand, which is more than $11,000 in current U.S. dollars.
Well, that's a pretty good scratch just for part-time wizarding.
Yeah, it is, to quote, provide acts of wizardry and other wizard-like services as part of promotional work for the city of Christchurch.
Wizard-like services.
Yeah, like wearing a hat, big beard.
And turning lead into gold, shit like that.
Frogs into people, shit like that, yeah. But that job title was...
casting tempests from mountaintops, that sort of thing.
Yeah, the normal wizarding shit, man. Don't be dumb, of course. But that job title will soon become, like many wizards before him, a thing of legend. The council has met with the wizard and sent him a lizard. I can't believe I'm reading this.
Do you think Mr. Wizard has had that on his passport? Or
Don Herbert?
Yeah,
yeah, probably. Okay. All he did was pick on stupid kids. But I loved Mr. Wizard's World. That was a great show.
You had to get up at like 4 a.m. to see it, but yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? I'd get up early just to watch it. Remember the time when he put a ruler on a table and covered it with a piece of newspaper, then he was able to chop the thing in half?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite bits. Yeah. The city council has met with the wizard and sent him a letter thanking him for his service to Christchurch over the past decades and informing him that we will be bringing our formal contractual agreement to a close, said Lynn McClellan, the city's assistant chief executive.
Well, now he's going to have to look into wizard freelancing, just trying to...
Well, maybe he's got all this experience.
Basis.
Well, if he's got all this experience, maybe he can get a job at Hogwarts or something. At least as a substitute.
Maybe somebody could come up with an app with sort of like Uber or something where if you need a wizard, he can just get a notification on his phone, and then he can go and wizard for you.
Well, hell, Uber Eats can even bring my food within an appropriate amount of time. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to hold my breath for wizarding.
Did it say what specifically what he said that caused the problem?
Quote, "This is not me. This is the wizard, evidently."
This is not a quote from Dan.
Don't go after me.
This is the wizard talking.
This is Dickhead the Magnificent, okay? He says, "I love women. I forgive them all the time. I've never struck one yet. Never strike a woman because they bruise too easily is the first thing.
What?
And they'll tell their neighbors and their friends. And then you're in big trouble."
So who'd have thought that the New Zealand's official wizard was kind of nuts and an asshole? I mean, who saw that coming?
Yeah.
Because they bruise too easily. Not because you shouldn't.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Now, this comes from Stuff.
Oh.
Our good friends at Stuff.
They're always digging up the best news.
The wizard told Stuff that the council had waved him off because he didn't fit with the city's modern image, calling them, quote, "a bunch of bureaucrats who have no imagination and are, quote, not thinking of ways to promote Christchurch overseas." I think it might be, quote, "because you're a dipshit." He does say also, quote, "it makes no difference. I will keep going. They will have to kill me to stop me."
Oh, man.
So now Christchurch has to kill a wizard to stop women from getting beat up, I guess.
You got to be careful if you cross a wizard, I would think. There's a lot of things that could go wrong
Well,
with that.
he might want to watch his ship because New Zealand, there's already been some hobbits throw a ring in a volcano in New Zealand.
I've heard about that.
There's plenty of rangers and dwarves and elves and other wizards that can come handle this guy.
Yeah.
Gandalf just lives down the street, I think.
I heard something about that somewhere.
Yeah. So, anyway, don't be a wizard.
What?
Don't be a wizard.
I wasn't planning on it.
All right. Or go be a wizard in New Zealand. Maybe they need a new wizard, it sounds like.
They need a wizard with a better attitude toward women. Sounds like what they need. Okay, well, let's come back to the States. This is in Maine.
I don't think there's any wizards there.
Well, not in the traditional sense. Removing the obscenities from license plates on Maine's roads and highways isn't going to happen overnight.
Do what? There's obscenities on their license plates?
Even though a law banning such profanities in a state where regulation has been usually lax goes into effect on Monday. So, as of the release of this podcast, if you live in Maine, yesterday your obscene license plate, which I'm sure you have if you listen to this show, got outlawed.
That's a bunch of horse shit because when I got my new car, I wanted my plate to say DONGISGR, the number 8, and they said no. I mean, not that I like dong, but my dong was never mind. I'm glad I didn't go with that. Could have been confusing.
It may have just been that was factually incorrect. And that's what their issue with it was.
That's true.
Currently, there are license plates with salty language, including F-bombs, references to anatomy and sex acts.
It is pretty wimpy.
And general insults in Maine. One license plate says simply, "fuck you." Which I like how straightforward that one is.
Is there any way you can find out who has that plate? I want him on the show.
No,
or her.
look
I mean,
that up.
I want them on the show.
Right to the point. I understand what they're getting across.
How about one that just says, like, eat shit? Is there one on there like that?
There might be.
Nice.
Now, rulemaking is getting underway to ensure the law protects First Amendment rights while getting rid of obscene language. The process, which includes public comment, could take between 2 to 4 months, Secretary of State Shenna Bellows said.
How about one that says BUTTLVR?
Okay. Requests for so-called vanity plates that are deemed to be potentially offensive will be on hold in the meantime. So
I'm going to get one that says BIGHOG.
Yeah.
Big hog.
Yeah, I can spell. Thanks, though. So, yeah, your fuck you license plate is it's not going to be legal for too much longer.
Oh, well,
You don't have one anyway. You have a normal plate.
I know. Because I didn't want to spend the extra, like, $50 to have one say something cool.
Yeah.
You know who I'm surprised doesn't have fuck you plates?
Who's that?
The Florida Man. this comes out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, as several families are claiming that their roosters are being poached from their neighborhood.
Oh, no.
One of those residents even confronted an apparent thief. Those residents also say they know who the roosters are why they're being taken, rather.
Okay.
Lynn Morgan loves her neighborhood roosters. She loves them so much, she has names for them.
Oh, yeah. Who doesn't love their neighborhood roosters?
I know, right? It's a fun casual joint. It's why she and some of her neighbors got worried when some started to suddenly vanish. David Copperfield style. The first one he took, I called Arnie, she said.
Not Arnie.
Quite sure he's dead by now or has been in a fight by now. So, a cockfighting ring, obviously.
Okay.
One
Didn't
neighbor.
we have a story about cock ring just earlier in the show?
We did. I don't believe that one measures. That one measures boners. This one is they fight to the death.
Okay.
Yeah. One is about your cock getting hard. The other was about cocks getting killed.
Oh, that's sad.
Yes. No one likes a dead cock. They always have a bait rooster with them, Morgan said.
The old bait rooster trick.
Yeah, they let them fight for a little bit until they tire out, then they take them away. So I guess they have some real badass rooster that goes around and fights the other roosters into submission so they can kidnap them, I guess. Rooster nap them. Cock nap them, I guess. So anyway, she said that she confronted a man trying to grab one of the cocks a few days ago, and she was threatened. He says
that could be threatening.
He said, we'll be back to get your roosters, and I don't care how old you are, we'll be back to get you as well.
Uh-oh.
And then he threw water bottles at her.
Was he saying that he was going to have her fight a rooster? I don't understand what he was saying.
I'm not, maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're going to have her fight a bunch of cocks. One of the officers that she talked to said it's probably right in the neighborhood. She's been posting flyers up and down the block offering a $5,000 reward for information about her cock. She says,
now I'm doing it.
She says it's a blood sport.
Let's hope not.
And I want to get people involved. Fort Lauderdale police said that they're aware of what's been going on, but because there are so many... no, they said there's no crime committed on video, and so far they have no solid evidence of cockfighting in the neighborhood.
They haven't seen videos of these alleged cocks, is what you're saying.
No, there's no video or proof of cocks being taken or any kind of cocks being grabbed,
right,
or cocks being beaten into submission.
Okay, well,
in the Fort Lauderdale area.
Well, hopefully,
but anyone with information about these missing cocks can call the Broward County Crime Stoppers at 954-493-TIPS.
Okay, well,
so if you have tips about the cock or the missing cocks,
listen. If you
call Crime Stoppers.
If you have a cock tip, you need to share it. That's
right.
what I'm getting.
That's what they're saying. Yes.
Okay.
So the cops want all the tips, the cock tips.
They want them.
They want them all.
They need to have all of them.
Well, it's pretty bad when these people they love their cocks in the neighborhood.
They named them.
They named them. I know. So her favorite cock's name was Arnie.
Yeah, sure.
And someone just grabbed him.
Yeah.
Someone just grabbed Arnie the cock and ran off with him. Yeah. And now that could be a dead cock.
Sad. All right, Stan. So I guess we're gonna move on. We were gonna do this story until I read some of the more horrifying details.
Horsifying details.
There was another horse fucker.
Another horse fucker.
This time it was in Florida, like I alleged last time, but this time it really was.
This time it really was. So you put it out it's your fault.
No,
you put it out in the universe.
Don't blame me.
And it has materialized. It's people like when they talk about their what is it, a dream board or something they put out there.
Well, I did not.
Maybe you're the wizard.
I did not image board or whatever.
A horse fucker?
Another horse fucker, just to set the record straight on.
Are you the Noka wizard?
No, I am not.
All right. Well, let's talk about something else.
I'm also not the horse fucker whisperer either, or anything.
The horse fucker whisperer.
Yeah, right.
All right. Well.
There's a horse whisperer, and then there's also another whisperer for the horse fucker, apparently. I'm not it, though. Just FYI.
You want to go back over towards New Zealand?
Sure.
Okay, let's go to Australia this time.
All right.
It's close to New Zealand.
It is.
At around noon on Friday, I don't know which Friday this is. I assume fairly recent. Firefighters were dispatched to a neighborhood.
That's a good quality to have in a news organization. Having a vague idea.
Oh, now we're a news organization, huh?
Well, we sort of claim to be.
I thought we were just a couple idiots on a podcast.
Well, we are.
Oh, okay. All right.
We both just said horse fucker several times, if that's any indication of how legitimate this is.
So we're just right under Fox News now.
Exactly.
Okay. Firefighters were dispatched to a neighborhood in Australia's capital city to hunt for the source of a potential gas leak smell after reports of a pungent smell wafting around the area.
Wafting?
Yeah. It
sounds serious.
Some serious wafting going on. At the time, Canberra, the capital of Australia, resident Fong Tran jokingly remarked on social media that the cause was probably someone eating durian, a spiky fruit from Southeast Asia that smells like shit. Haters say that it has an has a stinky ass smell, and then others that like it said it is called the king of fruits.
Well, I've never had one, but somehow I doubt that.
They smell real bad.
That's what I've heard.
I've actually had one before. Yeah, they taste okay, but they smell real bad. Anyway, that's what it was. They found that this dude was eating a durian. It stunk up the place, and they called the fire department for it.
All right. Well,
I don't really have much else. I'm still all depressed about the horse fucking
me
thing.
too, and I'm glad we're moving on. What's in the third segment of the show?
We're going to be talking about Christmas comes earlier and earlier each year, and this time we're going to be talking about a big ass Christmas tree.
Okay.
We're going to be doing the paranormal news like we do every week, and we're going to be talking about a landing strip.
No Good News Network, the news no one cares about.
Noca News Network.
Hey, Dan, you know what I love?
Yeah. You love long walks on the beach and slow meandering streams.
You know what else I love?
Popcorn?
Yeah, delicious flavored popcorn.
It's because we're doing a popcorn commercial.
From Grandma Bev's good-ass popcorn, as to be more specific.
Yeah, every other popcorn sucks.
Grandma Bev's has a delicious variety of flavors to choose from.
Like Pop Secret, they're owned by Nazis.
Yep. I'm not gonna refute that. They've got cinnamon roll popcorn.
Ricky, I once heard Orville Redenbacher killed a man.
They've got your kettle corn, your caramel, your
the people who run Jiffy Pop are a bunch of racists.
White cheddar ghost pepper.
Yep.
Cheddar jalapeno.
I really think that all other popcorn brands are members of the Illuminati and control the government.
Whatever. They've got the movie theater butter. They've got...
Is it the mad scientist professors over at Grandma Bev's Good-Ass Popcorn always concocting new flavors?
They're working on stuff, Dan. Get off their backs.
How about maybe something like a Fruity Pebble flavor?
They're trying some shit. I don't know. We'll see.
Popcorn Pop Rocks in it?
Everything they make is delicious.
It is delicious. So it doesn't matter what they come up with. It's going to be good ass.
Yeah, go to grandmabevs.shop and, go on and get you some. Yeah, we got t-shirts. We got others too. And we got coffee mug. And fanny bags for you. And they're all from No God Knows. No You think singing like Hootie is going to help sell some shit, or?
At least it wasn't that wagon wheel song.
Right. Yeah. Welcome back. It's the Noka News Network. News no one cares about. The third and final segment of the big 33rd episode of the show.
That's a lot of threes.
Yeah, it is. I don't know what that means or anything, but
That's 3 threes. The third segment of the 33rd show.
I know that.
Ooh.
Is that a weird thing? Threes?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know anything about wizardry or numerology.
Well, maybe there's something with the number 3, like there was 3 wise men, and they're tic-tac-toe is 3 different things, and what was it, crack, snapple, and pop? Those are 3 things.
No, it wasn't that.
So maybe there is 3.
Yeah, it was crack, snapple, and pop. That's what it was.
Comedy's always in 3s, right? If there's a rule of 3s in comedy, this should be the funniest show we've ever done.
Yeah, no. Somehow I don't think that's working. I don't think we've achieved that.
Oh, well, keep trying.
Speaking of achievements, the world's tallest fresh-cut Christmas tree now stands tall in Enid, Oklahoma. That's quite an accomplishment.
Good job, Anus, Oklahoma.
Quote, the White House has a 35-foot tree. Rockefeller Center has a 75-foot tree. Why shouldn't we have a 140-foot tree in Enid, Oklahoma, said Enid Mayor George Pankinen.
Because no one's going to give a shit?
Yeah, that's sort of what I was thinking. Slowly but surely, it made its way toward the sky. Well, it was actually already standing up, and then they cut it down.
Yeah, until you guys killed it.
The journey to get to Oklahoma was 2 years in the making. Quote, as we were looking around the country, what we found out was most of the tall Christmas trees were put up at outlet malls and casinos. And the tallest was about 155 to 120 feet.
I tell you what, how would you have liked to live for years and years as a big, glorious, beautiful pine tree just to be cut down to put outside of a fucking outlet mall or a casino?
Yeah, I know.
What are these, trees or prostitutes? Cheap prostitute hookers.
Yeah, it's something that takes away the majesty when the thing's chopped down and then put up outside of a fucking Ann Taylor loft or something.
Right outside of the Nike outlet.
Right.
You get 2 left foot LeBrons in that box.
Yeah, usually a pair of Levi's with a crooked stitch or something.
Yeah, right.
Kyle Williams came up with this, apparently.
Good job, Kyle.
Whoever that is.
Dipshit.
Truck driver Milo Mondel and his team drove the tree over 1,800 miles from a forest in Northern California. He says this was some of the most precious cargo he's ever been responsible for.
Oh gee, for fuck's sake. How big is this tree again?
I don't even know. I cared so little that I don't remember. 140 feet tall.
We're going to put a tree that big, Ricky.
Bend over and I'll show you.
There you go. Hey, wait, it's not a Christmas tree yet.
No, it's not Christmas yet. It's just a tree.
It's just a big fucking dead tree now. You guys got on life support.
All right, it's not going to last till Christmas. Those things don't last 3 weeks.
You wouldn't think.
You imagine we have to keep cutting off part of the bottom so that it soaks up the water. It's a whole thing.
What is this, like the fucking Reanimator? They got that green goo they shoot into the tree and keep it alive?
You could just think about how you got to keep the cats out of it. It's a whole ordeal. Having a Christmas tree up that long, a 140-foot tall one. How big
squirrels?
is the stand full of water for this thing?
Oh, that's
how
gonna
many
be like
times
a kiddie pool.
How many times are they going to let it go dry and then like, oh fuck, this thing's going to set the whole town on fire if we don't?
This sounds like a horrible idea.
It is.
Good job, Oklahoma.
Let's see. Organizers are fireproofing the tree. It says, whatever that means.
Shooting with asbestos.
Yeah, probably. They're putting lights on it, and they're going to light them up on November 26th. So they'll have a bunch of lights on a giant brown dead tree.
So right now, it's just a big fucking tree in the middle of town that they're fucking with.
Somebody's got to go out there and fill it up with the fire hose and shit. It's a,
Ridiculous.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big waste of everyone's time.
Well, let's talk about more
Let the
ridiculousness.
people at the casino deal with that.
Yeah, right?
I guess.
Why can't the people at the Ann Taylor store
Yeah.
deal with that there? The
DSW shoe outlet. Those folks can handle the tree.
Yeah, the
as far as
people
I'm
the
concerned.
people at the Gap Kids you know who needs an outlet store? Spencer's. That way you can get like crooked dildos.
Like
Black light paintings that actually don't glow in the dark.
calendars with girls in bikinis, but the printing is offset, so it's just different colored boobs, sort of layered halfway on each other. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, really fucked up shit.
Yeah.
A mug that looks like a boob, but the nipple's actually crooked and pointing downward.
World's best bass. It's not the mug I wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, dice you roll, and one says like nibble ear, but this one says like punch ass. You know,
Punch taint. That's going to lead to an ER visit.
exactly. You know,
A problem at the urgent care.
what happened? Well, Doc, me and the wife were trying to spice things up, and I rolled punch taint.
There's been it have to be recalled. There's been an uptick in taint trauma at the nation's.
Fortunately, I had
Okay.
my jewel pool. I could drop my boys in, stop the swelling.
That got settled, but
Oh, holy shit. Okay, Atlanta. Dateline Atlanta. It was a frightening moment for a customer after he said a waitress at a Waffle House pointed a gun at his head after a dispute over some food.
well, usually when you get a gun pointed at your Waffle House, it's not the waitress. So I
No,
guess
it's-
I'd go with them on that.
Yeah.
It's usually another patron.
Of course.
I mean, you never go there and don't get threatened with some kind of weapon, but it's usually not the staff.
No, it's usually the waffles. She was, have you ever, they throw the waffle at you?
Never had that happen.
Yeah, I neither. She was like, she will blow my brains out, Candy Franklin said. Candy Franklin, first of all, the name is Candy Franklin.
I got that.
Yep. Said an argument with a waitress over food sizzled out of control early Wednesday morning.
Sizzled out of control. Kudos to whatever dipshit wrote this thing.
Eric Perry from
Good for
Fox 5 Atlanta.
Oh, good. That all checks out.
Yep. It all happened over cheese eggs. At first, they didn't bring them to me. Then they brought me normal eggs, and I said I ordered eggs with cheese on it.
Oh, shit.
I tipped her and everything. It was all a normal dispute over food. I never in a million years thought it would come to gun violence.
Well, that you not recognizing that possibility at a Waffle House was part of the problem.
Franklin said it happened at the Marietta Street location in downtown Atlanta, or as the kids call it, Hotlanta. I was looking down at my food, making sure it was right, and that's when I just saw people running. I look up and she had a gun at me. I didn't think she would shoot me. Then she cocked it back.
Well,
So
she wasn't fucking around.
Well, she'd
basically.
had enough of your shit. So I was like, maybe she's about to do something. Now it's time for me to turn into Rambo and get out of here.
Well, that wouldn't have been Rambo's approach.
Rambo would have fucked her up. Atlanta police confirmed they're investigating the incident. Yeah, we're looking into it.
Yeah, whatever. If somebody pulled a gun on you at Waffle House, tell me something I don't know.
Yeah, no shit. I was fearing for my life because I have been shot before,
See, this is what I'm saying.
and I just lost a brother to gun violence. Jesus, fuck Atlanta. A representative from Waffle House said they have received a customer complaint.
Well, we
Dear
mailed.
Waffle House, my eggs were runny. The hash browns were not scattered nor smothered, and somebody almost got shot in the fucking head by a waitress. Please send coupons.
You just throw that in the bin with the rest of the
Yeah.
the threats of violence complaints.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, it's Waffle House. There's a bunch. No more Waffle House for me at all, Franklin said.
Oh, well.
As tensions boiled, Franklin is glad things weren't worse. They must have had some good eggs and cheese in there. It's never been that serious, Franklin said. They do have good eggs and cheese. That's when I go, I get eggs and cheese. I like Waffle House quite a bit.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's just... Sometimes if you're of a certain state of mind, you are willing to put up with the occasional gun in the face or potential for stabbing. And you just go.
Here's some funny history about me. Let me make sure I get this right now. My father...
I'd like to hear this funny history because we're really lacking on the funny present.
Well, I don't know how funny it is, actually. My father, my grandmother, and at least two of my aunts all worked at Waffle House when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. And, so my aunt met my uncle at a Waffle House because he would just come in and hang out with my dad and drink coffee and be a hippie, I guess, and met my aunt that way. Okay. So Waffle House is a big part of my life, which no one has ever been able to say, I think, and mean it.
I think that typically speaking, you usually get a gun pulled on you if you order the turkey bacon. But this guy ordered the eggs with cheese, and that's a little unprecedented.
It's pretty normal. I used to get eggs and cheese all the time.
But you know what it isn't, Dan?
What's that?
Paranormal.
The funny part was I didn't know where the fuck you were going with that because I didn't look down on my sheet and I didn't realize we were there yet. So
I took the reins on that segue.
I'm like, what are you doing? What's going? Oh shit! It's that time.
Yeah, I took the reins on that segue.
All right, well,
tired of your dumbass segues into this, and I thought I'd give one of my own a try.
Oh, well, you're so fucked because I'm the one that highlighted some of this shit
true.
in this story for you. So.
All right, what we have this week on Paranormal News is we're going to highlight some of the interesting cryptids from around the world, weird beasts that may or may not exist.
I found them interesting.
We're starting with the Mongolian deathworm, also known as, the Olgoi Korkhoi, which translates to something like large intestine worm. This giant red poisonous spitting creature lives in the sands of the Gobi Desert, according to legend. Mm-hmm. Based on a description taken down by Roy Chapman Andrews, the explorer, who may have indirectly inspired Indiana Jones and who was skeptical of this creature's existence. It lives up to that name. In his 1926 book On the Trail of Ancient Man, Chapman wrote that the Mongolian prime minister had described the beast as shaped like a sausage, about 2 feet long, has no head nor legs, and is poisonous. That is so poisonous that merely to touch it means instant death.
So. That's probably why you're single still, right? You have the Mongolian death worm?
No, it's not.
No one wants to touch it. It's poisonous.
It's not poisonous.
You sure?
It's just unimpressive. Let's see. I don't know what language this is, but the Amphirlathmore. It's probably not pronounced like that at all. But also known as the Big Gray Man, this creature is said to inhabit the summit of Ben Macdui, the second highest mountain in Scotland. Supposedly, you can hear its disembodied footsteps in the gravel on the mountain, and when the fog thins, you'll see a hairy humanoid 3 times taller than a man. That sounds frightening.
Scottish Yeti.
Yeah, Scottish Yeti. It would seem here right about out of Ohio,
yep,
where we are. The Loveland Frog Man is exactly what it sounds like, a humanoid frog. The creature was first spotted swimming in Ohio's Little Miami River in 1955. Then in March 1972, it was seen by Loveland, Ohio police officers on 2 separate occasions. The first officer described it as a 3 to 4 foot tall creature that weighed 60 pounds with leathery skin and a face like a frog or a lizard. The second officer shot the creature.
Well, I don't teach them.
In 2016, the Loveland Frogman was supposedly spotted again by 2 people playing Pokemon Go. That led to a lot of weird circumstances.
Did they try to catch it?
You got to catch them all, so maybe they did. One of them emailed a video of the creature to the local news saying, quote, "We saw a huge frog near the water. Not in the game. this was an actual giant frog.
Yeah.
I'm glad they made that distinction.
Well, of course. You could have thought it was a machop or something. You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. Let's see. The Rougarou. And we have here. Cajun legend has it that the swamps and bayous of Louisiana are haunted by the Rougarou, a werewolf-like creature that apparently hunts two types of prey. Catholics who don't observe Lent.
Okay.
And naughty children. So if you don't stop by the Long John Silver's or something during Lent on Friday, then you're fucked.
Well,
down there,
if the Rougarou just goes to any kind of like creepy priest house, they'll probably find both those items there.
Probably. According to Jonathan Forrett, the executive director of South Louisiana Wetlands Discovery Center, quote, one of the ways that you could become a Rougarou is if you did not observe Lent for 7 years in a row. So I guess you become one if it attacks you. I don't know.
Huh.
You can also become a Rougarou if someone curses you. But if you're a bad kid, make no mistake, Rougarou wants to eat you.
Oh, shit.
To protect yourself from the Rougarou, you need to place 13 objects like pennies or rocks on your threshold or windowsill. It supposedly works because Rougarou can only count to 12.
Oh, so they're
Sounds like a
stupid.
lot of people from
Louisiana.
Yeah. And then finally, we have the Beast of Exmo. The Beast of Exmo prowls the fields near Somerset and Devon in the UK and has been spotted numerous times since the 1970s. This is not the kind of cat you'd want to cuddle up with.
No, I don't like cats. So I don't want to cuddle up with any of them.
The killings of hundreds of sheep have been pinned on the creature, which is said to be up to 6.5 feet long.
That's a long cat.
One farmer whose sheep was killed by the beast said his sheep's face and neck were stripped clean off. The corpse had also been sucked dry. We'll let that one sit for a second. The killing was apparently so quick that the sheep didn't even struggle, and so quiet that none of the other animals near it were disturbed. Some believe the creature is a big cat like a puma that either escaped or was released from a private owner after it became illegal to own big cats in the 70s. But given that big cats like these only live for around 15 years, and that sightings persist to this day, it seems like the mystery of the Beast of Exmo remains unsolved.
Dun, dun, dun.
So that's paranormal news for this week.
Bunch of creepy, weird fucking things.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, Ricky. This is in Minneapolis. Comes out of the Minneapolis area. A Twin Cities man is facing charges after allegedly carving a runway into a field behind his home and using it as a private airport.
No, this sounds like an industrious guy.
I thought so. Jeffrey Walker, 57 of Afton, is charged with 5 misdemeanor counts for violating city restrictions for airstrips, takeoffs, and landings. Court documents filed this week in Washington County show. All right. Well, let's see. According to the documents, people are complaining. Pilots taking off. Hey, I don't have a problem with this. I mean, I like it to be like a hardwood floor, but if you're going to have something there, a landing strip's not bad.
Yeah.
I don't know what the problem is. Yeah. I mean, what do you want him to do? Just mow it all down?
They
do that.
They wanted. Apparently, they're into the full growth.
All natural, huh?
No.
So he wanted his whole area to just get real big and bushy.
I guess.
Oh, I don't like that. All right, Ricky. So let's. You know what? Finish off strong, pal. Bring us home.
That's not going to happen.
It's been such a legendary show.
Well, Dan, most of us likely don't stray far from raisins and berries when it comes to sprucing up our porridge. Common knowledge.
I don't like mine too hot or too cold. I like mine just right. I Goldilocks the hell out of my porridge.
But a savory dish containing mushrooms and white wine has won this year's World Porridge Making Championship.
Oh, man. Who was it? I got money on this.
Well, other ingredients in the oat arancini made by Dutch food blogger Miriam Groot. Did you have Groot for the win?
Groot.
Did you have Groot for the win in the big porridge championship?
No, I had Star-Lord.
Her recipe included vegetable stock, lemon zest, and pepper.
Oh, well, you got to have lemon zest.
So who judges the porridge contest? Oliver Twist?
Oliver Twist, Fagin, and Goldilocks.
Okay. Let's see. Arrocini are stuffed Italian rice balls that are coated in breadcrumbs and deep fried.
Okay, that's not porridge.
No, it's not.
Cheating,
I don't
bitch.
really know much about porridge. But,
Shit, she cheated, man.
in hers, Ms. Groot used pinhead oatmeal instead of rice. What the fuck is pinhead oatmeal?
That's the oatmeal that'll take you to hell from Hellraiser. It's a Cenobite.
The competition usually takes place in Carbridge in the Scottish Highlands, but has gone online because of the coronavirus. Coronavirus ruined everything. My beloved porridge making championship is now only online.
Did you watch?
How do you judge a porridge if it's just on the internet?
I don't know, but I'd like to have watched that. I bet it's riveting.
I have it all downloaded.
Oh, can we watch it after the show?
Absolutely. That was my plan.
Oh, nice.
Those making up the top 10 included 2 Americans, 2 Australians, 1 cook from Germany, and 2 from England, 1 from Scotland.
I assume the one from Germany just slapped it with a whip a bunch of times and said it was a insolent child.
Yeah, well, and also, accused all the rest of the porridge makers of having very poor engineering in their porridge. You thought I was going to make a Nazi joke there.
I thought it was coming, man.
This is my favorite part of this. They each won a hand-carved spurtle,
Oh, nice.
a Scottish wooden kitchen tool dating from the 15th century.
Nice. Okay. I got 3 at my house.
So a Scottish guy and somebody from New Jersey were the runners-up.
Whew.
So I don't know how you get into the high stakes porridge game, but apparently they are, and this lady won.
Like porridge rounders.
Yeah, right? There's a lot of really influential money involved in the porridge game, I think. And,
Yeah. Well, you have to. The big winner is the Miss Tuffet Award each year, I think.
Yeah, the curds are way off.
Yeah, curtain way off.
Mercifully, that brings us to the end of the 33rd episode of the Noka News Network.
Yeah.
Please visit us at nokanews.store to check out our merch, and if you see something you like, you can get it there.
And get one of them badass T-Rex stamps.
You will.
That's right.
If you would like, follow us on Twitter at NewsNoka or on Facebook, facebook.com/Noka News Network.
Yeah, the Twitter, I haven't posted in a long time.
Yeah, I know. If you'd like to send us an email, you can do that at newsroom@nokanews.com or call the Noka News Network hotline and leave us a voicemail, 614-398-0770. Leave something funny or crazy and ridiculous, whatever, and we'll put it on the show.
Probably. Again, like we said before, if you're real funny, we'll just let you do the show.
Yeah. We'll take that week off, relax, get our, dink sinks going, and, have a good time.
I can't believe you yelled at me earlier and said that no one uses the term yam bag.
Nobody does. But
I use the term yam bag.
I know you do. You're the only one.
Well, no, that's not true. I stole it from somebody.
Well, thanks for joining us on the show, and we're glad to have you, and we'll be back next week.
The second boner.
Noka News Network.